Hello, welcome to the From the Middle podcast. This is a podcast hosted by us three ladies. I'm Amy Ayala.
I'm Sherry Hubble.
I'm Bree Hubble.
We are three middle-class ladies living in the middle of America in the middle chapters of our lives with a point of view that's somewhere in the middle. So welcome and joining us to our conversation.
How is the middle chapter of your life?
It's been an interesting chapter.
Can you believe we're on episode 44?
Man, almost to 50. That is
right.
It's been almost a year. Yeah.
How do we feel like it's been going so far?
I mean, we could have more followers. More people could like and subscribe. Tell their friends.
But there's a lot of, looking at everybody that's listening, there's a lot of people in different countries and states, and that's awesome.
Well, yeah, our Syrian family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chris is still, in listening.
Yeah, it's good.
Now, do you guys go back and re-listen to our podcast, once we post them?
I hate the sound of my own voice.
Yeah,
I can't stand to hear myself.
I've only ever listened once to our podcast, just to be really honest for myself. So sometimes I just feel like I'm winging it. Really going at this for the first time, but episode 44.
My daughter really likes the music, so we just put music over and over and over again. And
my kids like to watch the YouTube stream.
Yeah.
I think it's really cute. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They're excited. So what's been going on? We're all quarantined. We haven't left our houses. I am still working, but then I just I basically lock myself in my office and then that's all I do.
Okay, so you're still working full time, right?
Yes.
So what is it like for you to then, when you come home, when you leave work, what do you have to do anything different now?
Yeah, so I come home. Anytime I go out, when I come home, we walk through the laundry room when we get in. Mm-hmm. I just go straight in, throw my clothes in the washing machine, grab whatever dirty clothes was on the floor that was not outside, and I wear that for the rest of the night. No, it was fine. Wash my hands really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I have started, on Friday, I did my weekly trip to Kroger, which I even think of that we're going to probably cut down to really as little as possible. And I did that after work, so I didn't have to, come home, change my clothes, go back out, come home, change my clothes.
Was it crazy at the store still?
It was every time I've been by Kroger lately, there's more, there have been more cars there than ever. I don't understand why people suddenly have to go grocery shopping now.
I haven't been to the grocery store in almost 3 weeks.
You're so awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Bree?
I normally go 5 days a week.
Yeah, we're kind of the same way because I forget things, we go back. Yeah. What about you, Bree?
Yeah, I don't go to the grocery store. My husband does.
Okay.
But he goes once a week on Thursday in the morning, and there's no one there. So
still?
But we have this whole system where he walks in and he puts the groceries somewhere, and then he puts them away, and I scrub everything down with Clorox. And
that's good.
Yeah, and then we just watched a YouTube video of some doctor in Michigan that's
yep,
you need to put all your apples and oranges and stuff in the soapy water, and I'm thinking, what? I don't do that. And so we've read some things where another doctor's no, you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So we take precautions as we can, but having a toddler, we definitely with her, but we don't really leave the house much. Just go outside and play and then come back inside.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've taken everything seriously so far, and we've done everything that we're supposed to do, but my mindset has been very casual, just we're just doing this because we need to. It's the right thing to do. But all of a sudden, 3 weeks into this, it finally dawns on me that my husband has terrible asthma. And one of my kids, every time he gets an upper respiratory infection, gets an asthma flare-up. And he's had varying levels of intervention. And so this was yesterday. And it kept me up all night. And so now I'm we're never going grocery shopping again. We're staying in the house.
It's so hard once that tidbit of fear or anxiety plants that seed. It's just it's so easy to water that and to go with it. It's so much harder to water the other things that maybe would cancel out the fear or the anxiety. Yeah. Yes. So that's so understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the major changes like in the last few weeks for y'all? Because Amy, you're still working. I mean, both Corey and I, we both work from home anyways, so that wasn't like a big shift. Is there anything else for you all? Bree?
My husband's working from home, and that's
How's that?
We actually love it. This is something that he has always wanted. So he's like thriving. Like this is his thing. He's like, I don't like that there's a virus happening right now and people are dying, but he's like, I love being at home and being able to have lunch with you guys and like hearing you guys downstairs playing and then getting up. You know, today he came home from upstairs at like 3:00. He's like, I'm going to be done for the day. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Cause he usually drives 45 minutes to work and back every day. So that takes up a big chunk of time too. So it's nice to just have family time and be together. And yeah, it's for me, nothing really has changed other than that he's home.
I mean, Amy, you're still working like out of the house, working and whatnot. I just have this unbelievable appreciation, gratitude towards people who are those essential workers who are still having to leave the house, leave their families, and still go into work. And some people, you know, are very overwhelmed by that. And some people are like, I want to get out there, you know, that. But so I'm very grateful to be in my little bubble of my home. All that to say, I'm very grateful. I don't take that for granted. I don't think at all. And I don't think I'm really big on social media, but I have really enjoyed some random funny social media things lately, or overwhelmingly heartfelt social media things.
Yeah.
John Krasinski's some good news.
Awesome.
That he put out today or last night. It was one of the first things I saw today when I hopped online, and I was laughing. I was crying. I loved Steve Carell made his appearance. Like, I just normally don't get into celebrity stuff, but it was like just this whoosh of emotion and fun. Like, did you both see that?
Yeah,
yes.
I loved it.
It was totally like pandering to the fans, which I just eat up. I loved it. It made me so happy. It was great.
I loved his sign.
Yes. What? Oh, yes. It was so cute. So I think this is a little bit maybe, I don't know if everybody can appreciate this. So I work in the Department of Pathology. I'm a clinical chemist, clinical pathologist. Usually when you think about pathologists, they're the people who do autopsies and like look at biopsies, right? So that's not what I do. But the joke, and this is actually true, like, so we now are like at the hospital trying to figure out like if staffing gets so low because everybody's sick, like who can we pull in to do different things? And so like I've been pulled in to work in the lab, which is great and I love it. But the pathologists who never usually interact with people are like having to come in and potentially do like real doctor things, not just cut dead people open. And so there was this great meme, or so the joke is that like they're going to have to go work in the ICU, right? Which would just be like the worst thing ever. And if you're really sick and a pathologist walks in your room, like, you know, it's because they're there to do your autopsy. Right? And yeah, there was a great meme and it was, I can't remember what the picture was, but it just said, you better stay inside if you don't want a pathologist intubating you, which is like when you get the breathing tube down your throat. It was funnier maybe to me.
But when it's your profession, like, and you're surrounded by probably a certain group or type of people on a regular basis, and you take those people and put them in a different social dynamic or anything, it's just funny.
It is. Funny. It absolutely is. So there.
Bree, do you have any?
Not really. Oh, well, I did. There was one of a lady walking out of the grocery store and she had toilet paper rolling out the back of her pants. And it said something like, I really hate when people flaunt how rich they are. Which goes to the story that today I'm getting ready and my daughter is in the bathroom with me and I'm, doing my hair and all of a sudden I look over and there's a mound of toilet paper on the floor. And I'm like, Finley, we are having to conserve this. Stop playing with it. She's like putting it in the toilet, like gobs of it. And I'm like, oh, this is great. So I'm like, we do have some toilet paper if anybody needs it. Not a lot. But I thought that was kind of funny. So I'm like, wow.
He's so too.
Yeah, no joke.
Really
can I tell you a toilet paper related heartwarming story?
Yes.
So today, last night I talked to my in-laws, and they're older, so they're trying to stay inside. And my mother-in-law mentioned that they're running low on toilet paper and they need like 1 or 2 staples from Kroger, and they were going to maybe go during the senior hours, but they didn't make it today. And so, I went online to look to see if I could get something. So I was going to do delivery to Kroger to their house, which is through Instacart, which like they were supposed to strike today. So I was very unsure if it would happen. Mm-hmm. And there was said they had like 1 package of toilet paper in the store. And so I put it in my cart. And sure enough, when the lady got there to fill the order, it was gone. And so she called me on the way to drop off the rest of the order at my in-laws and said, the toilet paper wasn't there. I'm so sorry. I have toilet paper at home. How about if I just go home and get some for them and drop it off? Would that be okay? And I was like,
that is so sweet.
So amazing. I don't think they were in such dire place that they needed it that urgently. So I declined. But like, just made me happy that there are such sweet people out there, especially like she's putting her neck on the line, buying people groceries every day. Like to then go out and do that was really super awesome.
I just can't. I mean, I know there's a lot going on. I know there's a lot of people have a lot of opinions, aren't positive, a lot of things to say that aren't so nice or whatever, but I just cannot help but like explode with joy inside at the absolute love that is in humanity. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, that is why John Krasinski's Some Good News was so good, because it was so many authentic, just little heartwarming stories, just the little things along the way that just might seem so insignificant that put them together and just make something so beautiful. And I'm like, I just feel like even in our own little neighborhood, just the little things that happen. We had a neighbor that heard of like one thing that Corey had been wanting, and within 2 hours they knocked on our door, did a little drop and left. And another neighbor that was like, just in case you don't have some, and just brought over, she has chickens, she just brought us some eggs, like totally unnecessary kindness that I'm like, it's just built within us and people are tapping into it. And it's just, I love it. And I have to share with you the funny meme that I loved because I did like a snort when I read it. And it was, if you're having trouble staying inside, having trouble staying inside, shave your eyebrows off. And it really got me. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Just thought, I think some people need to shave their eyebrows off.
Everybody in Florida needs to shave their eyebrows off, apparently.
Yeah. Okay. And something else that was brought up recently that I loved was we were having a conversation about in our home things that we don't like that everybody else, air quotes, everybody else seems to like. Okay. Now, what's going to be kind of funny about my random things is that in previous podcasts, I may have described these as loves. I may have even talked about them as though I have deep insight and knowledge, but deep down, for me, things like superhero movies. I don't like superhero movies, which, Brie, I know you love. Like, I don't like them. Marvel and Avengers. And I see, even you all, you look at me like.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
And I was in. Before I got married, I did not like them.
Yeah.
So,
oh, interesting.
Since I got married, my husband has brought me to like them. So.
Interesting. And you've seen like all of them?
Not all of them. I've not seen any of the Thor ones, and I've not seen a couple. Like I've seen one Ant-Man, not the second one, but all the Avenger ones I have seen. The Cap ones, of course, because I love Chris Evans. But yeah.
My kid likes Captain America a lot, so we watched the first one, and I did enjoy it. I think I enjoy I probably enjoy like action movies more than maybe rom-coms. I'm sorry, on the topic of movies, so because I'm a little scarred still. Last summer, so the summer of 2019, a movie called Midsummer came out. Did you guys see it?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about? It is, I don't even know how to describe it. It's so weird. It's kind of funny-ish, but it's mostly horror and is just so disturbing.
Is it as bad as Tiger King?
No, I haven't. Oh, okay.
Nope, that's my other one.
Should we get? You don't like it? Should we get Netflix to watch it? I guess the answer is no. I want to know. Listeners, tell us if we should get Netflix to watch Tiger King. Tell me, Sherry and Bree, if we should watch it.
Have you seen it, Bree?
Oh, we're watching it right now.
Oh, good.
Give me the recap, because I don't know. I mean, I just know there's a very weird, eccentric person.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's more than one.
I don't even. Okay. Corey had seen a few episodes before I had seen anything. And there's a lot of chatter about it, a lot of people watching it. And so I said, summarize it for me in 2 sentences. And he goes, I can't, there's not even a way, Sherry.
There's not.
So then he tried, and it was like, people like that? Like, Tiger King.
Okay,
That's one on my list.
Can you summarize it for me?
Tiger King started out as a documentary about something totally different. Yeah. And I think that's what is enticing so much, is that this started off as something kind of like an exotic animals. Like the first thing they're talking about are these snakes and anyway. But once they catch wind of Joe Exotic, the whole documentary shifts to this gay exotic animal trainer who owns his own private zoo in Oklahoma with his own very hillbilly staff, and he's accusing this other lady of killing her husband, and she's coming after him to take his zoo, and it is all kinds of convoluted.
So it's like Wildcat
Conservancy
documentary turned into a Jerry Springer show.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of there's like 3 people that they follow, and they're very cultish. I mean, if you watch some of the habits that they do and the way that they run their facility, it's very cult-like. And honestly, watching the trailer, you think it's one thing, and then you start watching it, and it's completely different. The first episode, I'm sitting there like, what's happening? What is going on? And then we keep watching, and I find myself looking at my husband going, what is this? Like, what is happening in this show? But I can't stop watching it. Like, I need to keep watching. So, like, at night after our daughter goes to bed, I'm like, okay, we watching Tiger King? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, okay.
That surprises me so much, because I'm looking at my husband going, are we done yet? Are we done watching this yet?
I can't stop. I don't know. I need to know how it finishes. And there's a part of it that there's a little bit of Zanesville, Ohio, which is close to where I grew up. And there was a guy that had exotic animals. And I remember that day when that whole situation happened. I remember it, and I was like, oh, wow, it actually made a documentary. Okay. So then I want to keep watching on that too. But it's a lot of wow. Like, and it's funny because today I saw a meme about it, and it was like, honk if it was a guy sitting outside in his lawn chair with a cardboard box, and it says, honk if you think that Carol Baskin killed her husband. And I was like, oh, so this is like a whole big thing. Like, people are watching it, and it's, and that's where we found out about, where all of our friends were watching it. We were like, okay, let's give it a shot.
I like just read about it on Wikipedia. Did it start gaining attraction because Kanye and Kim Kardashian tweeted about it? I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just, because it came on Netflix, and obviously a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands right now, being at home. And so our friends were like, have you watched this? And we were like, no. And I didn't, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't think I'm going to watch that. And then people kept talking about it. I'm like, all right, I want to see what all of the fuss is. And now I can't stop watching. So here we go. Tonight we're watching it.
Yeah, Corey finished the whole thing on his own, and I backed out. I was like, I just can't. I just can't.
can have your own shows. So it's okay.
I really got to know though, if you watch it, you have to let us know what you thought of Tiger King.
I mean, I think we've talked in previous episodes about like how nice it is now with streaming services that you can kind of come in and out of different streaming services, and we could cancel one and pick up. So maybe I'll pick up YouTube for a month and see what else is on there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the kids will find something. Actually, the kids have been watching a lot of Netflix shows on YouTube, which I don't really, but
I didn't know that was a thing.
There's probably not very many. They'll probably just keep watching the same ones on repeat. I'm not sure. But my 5-year-old can control the remote control really well, and it's a little out of control.
Yeah. My 2-year-old talks into the remote like to see her.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, Baby Shark. I'm like,
oh, man. That's a nightmare.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so what are you guys' things that you don't like that other people do? If you don't have some right off the top of your head, I've got more.
So the one that always comes to mind for me is musicals. I hate musicals. Like I love the idea that people could just spontaneously break into song and dance, but like that's not realistic. I just can't suspend. What's the phrase? Suspend. Oh, guys, suspend disbelief enough to sit through a musical. I just can't do it, and I also don't love big showy numbers, I guess. But sorry if that's.
I like that one. I think that's a good one. Bree?
I do not like Harry Potter. And I know
that one gets me.
Harry Potter. And but I think it all stemmed from growing up. We were not allowed watching it as kids, and my mom didn't let us watch it because it was witchcraft. And so that is in my head, like, okay, we're not going to watch it. And so we have tried. My husband loves it, and so I've tried to sit down and watch it, and it's just not my thing. And maybe I need to give it another go, but everyone's like, oh, I love Harry Potter, and they keep talking to me about it. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know those characters and stuff. So
I never started, and I think I was a little too old. What about you? You and your kids are big fans, right?
So we're on day, because of international travel in our home, we're on quarantine day, like 18. I mean, we've been home for a while. And so 8 days ago, we decided, what have we been doing? We should be watching one Harry Potter movie a day. And that's what we did. And so we finished the last one today, and the kids and I. And granted, there were moments we were in and out, but we were like, no, we want to actually like watch it. And this is going to be like our relaxing thing that we do. Like everyone, instead of a nap for Case or, whatever, we're just going to chill out for a bit. And then I go upstairs to see Lily like at bedtime, and she's back at the first Harry Potter book. She finished the last one yesterday, and she's starting over. It's her 5th time reading the series.
Oh gosh.
And so, for our kids, when they hit double digits, we take a special trip, and we base it around that kid. It's their double digit birthday trip. It's just the celebration of just becoming double digits and just trying to make it special. Lily's double digit trip, on her birthday, we did Harry Potter World, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, that whole day, both sides of the park. It was one of the most fantastic, magical, like fun-filled days. I mean, it was so much fun. So we do love the Harry Potter. But the next day we went to Hollywood Studios to get our Star Wars in.
Yeah. So, I would probably go to Harry Potter and see it, but I won't understand any of it. But I do find it very pretty when I see videos of it on YouTube. So, and because my husband loves it, I'm like, okay, we'll go someday.
If nothing else, the butterbeer.
Yeah, I do. I do want to have some.
Oh my gosh!
And some of the candies and little treats that they have at little stores and stuff. Yeah, I'll try all those. But I don't. Yeah, maybe I'll give it another try.
I love it. That's a good one, Harry Potter. Okay. One of mine that I feel like is very unpopular in my house is I don't like Lego. I don't like Lego. I don't play with them. I never have. I step on them on a semi-regular basis. So it really is just a point of physical pain for me when it comes to the Lego. And until today, for almost 3 months now, yeah, almost 3 months, my dining room has been the Lego play center. And so just today I said, can we take it to a different common area now? And we got the dining room back, which was like spectacular. But I love that my kids love them because it's this constant source of creation and giggling and fun and the occasional bickering. But overall, they're insanely creative with them. They do Lego challenges constantly. And the last one, everyone was like, Mom, please come join the Lego challenge. And I'm like, if you love me, I'm out. I'm out. So I went and took a bubble bath.
Good boundaries.
So.
Which leads me into my next. That was a good segue. Something that I hate that a lot of people love, is baths.
Oh.
I think it is stewing in your own dirt. It's disgusting. If I took a really good shower first, I can take a bath. But then I get hot and I get sweaty and uncomfortable in like 5 minutes tops. That's all I can take. Like 2 or 3 times in my life, like when I was pregnant, I was like, I'm going to enjoy a bubble bath, and I just can't do it. Can't do it.
Do you know what's funny? You know what I bought earlier tonight?
What?
Whilst I was taking a bath. I bought some floating shelves to go in my bathroom, and bubble bath, and a new bubble bath like glass really pretty container to like put it on the shelf. And I'm like, I need to step up my bubble bath game. So like what you said just reminds me of Friends when Chandler's all grossed out and Monica's taking a bath and he's like, you're stewing in your own filth.
So true. Bree, where do you weigh in?
On baths?
Yeah.
I used to like them. I have not taken one in a very long time. And I get weirded out by loofahs.
Mm-hmm.
And that, yeah, there's a lot of.
Please say that one.
Like just places for dirt to hide or germs.
There's a lot of dead skin, and that I might throw up a little bit.
Tell us about it.
Well, one time I was at Sherry's house, and I asked them if they love loofahs, and so I said, you know, that has like a lot of stuff in it. And she said, oh, we don't change them very often. And I said, what? You need to change them like a lot. So, no. I kind of almost threw up when she said that, because I just think about all the dead skin that you're rubbing off. It makes me sick thinking about it right now.
But then I said to you, well, you got to keep it for a while so it gets all big and poofy.
It's just like dangling.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you talking about like loofahs, like the little thing that's derived from a plant, or like the nylon poof things?
Like,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like the netty thing, like the round, clumpy thing.
Okay, but ever since that conversation, I was like, that is an interesting point. So I probably was buying one, like a new loofah for everybody in the house once every few months. That was an improvement.
Yes, I am proud of it.
But in the last few months, I have just been really tired of all the body wash we go through. So I found a bar soap that I really like. So I now use a washcloth instead of a loofah. And I actually meant to text you about that.
Good job. I'm so proud of you.
How often do you wash the washcloth, though?
Oh, pretty often, because I wash a lot of my hand towels like every day. Oh. I'll just toss it in. That's why I bought, actually, when I bought the bubble bath, I bought a pack of 24 hand towels, because I was like, I can't keep up with the laundry for the hand towels, as dumb as that sounds. I remember seeing it on Frasier once. How often he washes his hand towels. So I started watching it.
I've been watching Frasier at your recommendation. So I'm like halfway through it. It's so good.
And do you love it?
I do love it.
Do you know the reason I ever started? Well, I watched it growing up some. Mm-hmm. I didn't love it, but I just remember enjoying it. And then Dylan was talking about it one time years ago. We were at a family thing, and he made a joke because, being about two brothers. And he made a joke to Corey about something about this brother thing from Frasier. And then it came on Netflix, and I'm like, I'm going to watch the whole thing. I watched it every night for like a year because it just makes me laugh so much.
What's your favorite show, Brie? Or your current go-to, whatever that,
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. I've heard so many good things about that.
I've already watched it twice, and I'm rewatching it again. But I do.
Favorite part of this whole podcast.
I love that one, and I love Gilmore Girls. That is one of my all-time favorites. Friends is another one that I love, but yeah, Schitt's Creek right now. That's where it's at.
How do you watch that? Is that on Hulu or?
That is on Netflix.
Oh, see, no Netflix. Maybe I have to have a list of reasons for Netflix. Oh, and The Office, is that still on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't had that for a while. So
okay, so that's really funny. That's one of the things that inspired the question, because somebody else who I saw I had answered the what things don't you like that other people really like. The number one thing they said was The Office. And they were like, this will get me the most hate out of everything. And what is it? Today is the 15-year anniversary of it or something like.
It was last week.
Oh, such a good show, though.
It's a good show. We have it on in the background when we're doing stuff. Our daughter knows the theme song, so when she hears it, she runs. She's like, The Office. And I'm like, oh, we watched this when you were a baby. We've watched this too much since you've been alive. So it's a great show.
Not that into Friends. I never got into Friends. I mean, I don't know that I necessarily hate it, but like I just never.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on Netflix. I'm sad.
Yes, I told Corey. I said, you know, what would make this quarantine. How first world does this sound? Oh my gosh, I'm so stuck up.
I probably have thought the same thing. So
okay, you know, what make this quarantine much easier, better, is if Friends and Frasier could go back on Netflix for just a little bit. Like Frasier is on Hulu though, so like. But anyways, I just miss Friends on there because I've watched that through 10 to 12 times at minimum. I mean, that was when I was sick and pregnant and whatnot, that was my go-to show. And swap that. When I was pregnant and sick, not when I was sick and pregnant. You know what I mean? Anyways. Do y'all have any others that you want to share?
Now I can't think of anything, of course.
I'm not a huge outdoor person. So like camping, not my thing. Sorry. I try real hard. I can do like cabins if they have air conditioning. That's how spoiled I am. I'm so sorry. But I like in a tent, I don't want to wake up feeling dewy and wet, and
so true.
That's not my thing.
I agree. Sherry, do you like camping?
I'll do it. The way that like we've camped, it involves like air or mattress or cots in the tent, and Corey carpets the tent. And like we really only camp when it's, you know, nice and cool weather. And so I'm down for that. And we do camp in our backyard occasionally. I like that. Going offsite, I don't dig it.
No, the bathroom situation, not good.
No, we do run a nice big old electrical cord out to the tent. And like it's really not technically camping probably anymore.
It's camping.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, you guys, I think this was fantastic. A great another episode.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's good seeing you guys again.
You too.
See you next week.
Check our Facebook page, our social media. Interact with us. We love that. Voicemail.
Yes. Oh yeah, send us voicemails.
Yeah, the link is on our, posts every week.
Yep. Let us answer your messages next week.
Yeah, we'd love to play them for you.
Awesome. Yeah. Episode 44. Woo-hoo. Out, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.